a Stripe verified partner, and we integrate quite well with Stripe. So people can very easily come with us. If they already have a Stripe account, they just link it, and that's all. You can already receive payments. If you don't have a Stripe account, you can quickly onboard with Stripe. It's a 5-10 minute onboarding process, and you can start receiving funds directly into your bank account. The meetings themselves could be free, unlimited free meetings, and unlimited paid meetings as well. But what's very interesting about the paid meetings is that we have two options. So one person can pay for the whole event. So imagine a company, maybe the head of the company, the CEO, the team lead, the HR pays for the whole event, and then the whole organization can join. Or we can have a workshop-like payment where each participant pays their entry ticket to enter the room. Next, I already mentioned this, and you have full access through Triveta. You have full access to the Stripe dashboard. So everything that Stripe offers, we offer as well. You have the custom payment links, very easy refunds, automatic invoices. So all of this could be set up so that you have a meeting, a paid meeting, somebody pays, and everything is settled like automatically for you. We receive payments. Most of the payments that go through Triveta right now are by card, so card payments. But due to popular demand, soon we are thinking about adding PayPal as another payment option. And apart, yeah, Sam, is there anything that any question that I should answer?
At this moment, no. Maybe we can continue with the product demo as well, because we have some persons coming in, but nothing relevant to the screen that you're sharing right now. So you can just keep going.
Right. Thanks. Okay. So as we say, we have so much more features. So first and most important, no download. Everything is in browser. Everybody can join from everywhere. We also have a customer dashboard. So we are planning to make this a fully fledged CRM, right? So right now you have customers, you have their contact information. You can contact them. You have some info about the meetings they have joined with you, about the payments that they have made for you. Later, depending on the demand, we plan to expand this offering. By the way, this is a good moment to mention that we've got Zapier Integrations, and if you already have an existing CRM, you can just link Triveta with it, and you can just continue working as you are. Finally, a mobile app, both for iOS and Android. So very important here. Every customer can join from the browser of their mobile device, but if they prefer, they can also join from through the app. The difference here, we often get this question. So what is the difference between, say, joining from Safari on your iPhone or joining through the mobile app? Well, if you join through the mobile app, you can lock your screen, you can go around, and you can just open other apps, do whatever. Like Triveta is just going to work like any other phone call on your phone. If you do it in the browser, you shouldn't close the browser, right? And yeah. So some of the use cases. We're very excited about this because actually we had prepared several use cases, but just in the past week, we've got 2 use cases which are from the SaaS Mantra community. So guys, people who got the deal, came to Triveta, created the website, created bookable services, and started using it right away. The first one is in the industry of medical consultations. So Alexandre, he created this website. It's in Portuguese, I believe. I think he's from Brazil. So I have no idea what it says, but it seems it works great for him, right? And you can book a service with him. apart from this,
yeah, a quick question on the screen that you're sharing right now. This question, I don't think anyone has this, but then it's a question from my end. So in the booking pages, yes, on the website, right? I can use like any font, any language, and 3Vita will support. Is that correct?
Right. Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, this includes the right to left as well, Arabic, some Arabic dialects as well. I can basically use any language, any font. Is everything supported?
Should be so. Maybe Iskran can add something to this, but so to be honest, I haven't written in Arabic, but it should work perfectly well.
Yeah, the other day we had a provider just 2 days ago set up their whole website and did meetings, etc. And it's all in Japanese. So it worked fine. So it was kind of a milestone that I saw somebody use it full in Japanese. There was absolutely no issues with the fonts or anything.
Got you. Wonderful. Yeah. So to interrupt, you can keep going.
Yes. All right. So another website. So this is chess coach Bernard Chan. He's one of our earlier users before SaaS Mantra, but he has a very, very good website. So I just want to show it. We were discussing with him about the testimonials. We found out that actually, if you put a photo of testimonials, this is something very trendy, that this works quite well because they look quite natural to their real stuff, right? And but we're also planning on adding the native testimonials. He has many different services. He has free services, he has paid services, and and people are using them. Now, a very important thing here I want to mention is that you can also there's also the booking page. If you go to your subdomain.trivita.com/booking, it is just the bookable services that will show there. So some users just use the booking page, others use the website. Some people don't use any of them, and they just use the video call features. And finally, I just want to show another website from the SaaS Mantra community, and that's counseling. And you can see this. I believe that was Vincent who built this website. It's very simple, but absolutely does the job, I believe. All right. Let me go back. So we've also prepared this slide for Triveta versus others. How do we compare with some other software? The ones we've picked are the ones that the SaaS Mantra community has asked about the most. So these are Consulto and Paid Video Call. So both of them don't have unlimited free calls. With Consulto, there was some limit. With Paid Video Call, it's only for paid video calls, right? Unlimited paid video calls, we've got that. With Consulto, again, there was some limit. Paid video call, unlimited paid calls, of course. Meeting links, we all have it. With the integrated video calls, we've got up to 100 participants. These other software have only one. And then we've got the booking page, which for paid meetings, it's absolutely necessary, right? For calendar integrations, we've got one. Currently, you can connect one calendar with Trivita, but very soon you'll be able to connect many calendars. Sam, you want to say something? You want to ask something?
No, I'm good.
Okay, I saw that you unmuted yourself. So yeah, on top of that, we've got the website that the others don't. The custom subdomain, that's something that we offer right now. Soon we want to offer also the custom domain, so the CNAME. Integrated payments, we've got Stripe. Consult is working with PayPal. Paid video call with Stripe. Platform fee, our platform fee is 0% exclusively for the SaaS Mantra deal users. Otherwise, we have different tiers. And Zapier Integrations, I already mentioned this, that we were very excited about this. And finally, the mobile apps. We also got the iOS and the Android app. Now, the roadmap. So that's very, very interesting because we had a lot of feedback, right? We had some feedback, and then we had these calls with customers and so on. And then we launched on SaaS Mantra, and we received this enormous list of feedback. And that's basically what we did. We got an Excel sheet. We put on all the feedback that we received from you guys. We put the count. Many of the things received so many questions that we stopped counting at 10, and we just got everything at one place. We ordered them by count, and we started like working on them in order of count, right? To be able to bring them as fast as we can to you. So far, what we managed to implement was customers to be able to join meetings as a guest. So before that, they had to create an account. Now they can join meetings without a registration. They simply click continue as guest and they join. Thank you to the community for pointing this out. That I think that was a very big improvement of the platform. Meeting link in the calendar invite so that people can click the calendar, click the link from the calendar invite directly. That was actually in the pipeline, and we just didn't push it to production for some reason, but it was already done. Schedule 8-hour meetings, another one which was highly requested from the community to have longer meetings, and run polls in calls. Then finally, the most sought after feature, it was the unlimited recordings. We received so many questions about this. It was basically every second question that we got, and some was constantly like, "Hey guys, can't you make the recordings happen? Please make them happen. Like everybody wants the recordings." And we were like, it's a big feature. We have to like work on it and so on. And then the other day, like Iskren went to his in-laws, so the parents of his soon-to-be wife, and what he said was, "Okay, like right, nobody write to me. I want to crack this today." So what he did was he just turned off all communication, sat down for the weekend, and he got the recordings from no local recordings to like a working prototype of recordings which work. They record the call, they record all the audio, like which you say, the other people in the call say, and they download it locally on your system. So over the weekend, from no recordings in the lifetime deal, we went to unlimited recordings in the lifetime deal, and we're super excited about this because we think it's a very important feature, right? And it is now on our staging environment. So we're just running the final tests, and it will be available probably by the end of the week for everyone to use. And yeah, then apart from this, we've got a full roadmap that you guys can check. We already put it on the SaaS Mantra page, but we gathered all your feedback and we created these cards that you can follow what we want to create and when. Most importantly, the next 3 features you can expect are the local recordings, so almost done, like 99% done. The iframe, so you can embed your booking page on your own website. I actually wanted to show you this one. We're testing this on one of our websites, one of our local websites. So it already kind of works, but we still want to do the final touches of this. So you can see it's someone else's, like it's a domain of another website, but you can have the booking page inside. Right. So these are the 2 things, and another feature which we're very, very excited about is the team plan that we want to do. So many people are asking us, like, okay, if we get 5 calls from SaaS Mantra, which is 10 users, how do we claim them? Can we get them together under one account? How we want to administrate them? And we have finished the UX and UI of this. So we want to have a whole admin account where you can manage all the sub accounts in your system. Usually that's going to be great for teams. Let's say you're 10 people, 20 or 50 people, doesn't matter. You can manage everyone. You can activate people, deactivate users, and just add them to the account. With the 5 codes from SaaS Manager, you can get 10 users. So 10 user accounts that you can add, remove, deactivate, just play around with them as you want. Then we've got the meetings tab. By the way, we still have to do a demo, right? But this team account would be able to show who is having the meeting with whom, how much money was exchanged on this meeting, and so on. So it's absolutely perfect for managers. If you want to manage several people, several accounts. Also, same goes for customers. All customers will show here in this account. The payments, all the payments will flow into the manager's account as well. So we call it agency account. Probably we're gonna phrase this team account, but it precisely is agency account. If you have an agency, that's the right one for you. And right, and then the calendars, we haven't visualized this, but the calendars, you will be able to see the calendar of everyone from the organization from this admin panel, the work calendars, right? And yeah, so from the roadmap, these are the 3 big things that are coming up. Very soon, we'll be improving some stuff. So you'll be able to connect several calendars. You'll be able to invite attendees by email. So far, it was just by sending a link. Customer-initiated rescheduling, that was in very high demand. We actually, the first feedback that we got was, we don't want customers to reschedule, because doctors, lawyers, and so on, they said they pay for the meeting. If they don't show up, I still gotta get paid, right, for my time. And that's how we built it in the beginning. However, after the SaaS Mantra launch, many people requested it, so customer-initiated rescheduling coming up. Ability to connect several calendars, underway. This is Iskren's favorite project. He really wants to do it, but we're always like, do the local recordings, do this, do that. He can't get to it from feedback. Editable footer, that's something we also have in the pipeline. We also got some questions about it. It's very high in our list of priorities. And very exciting for us as well, widgets, WordPress plugins, also Chrome, Google Chrome extensions, all of these things like coming up somewhere in Q4 2021. And then you have all the other features that are with, let's say, normal priority. These here are with critical and high priority. And right, so I want to do the demo, but if you got questions so far, please go ahead.
Yeah, we have some questions. And before that, so fam, who is online and have been watching through the presentation, so if you love the new features the team has been working on, just type 1 so we will know how much you love the team behind KVita. All you have to do is just type 1 in the comments, in the chat, so we will know. So Ilya, so going back, we have some questions. That's the first one that came in. Thank you. So we need like more ones so that I can push the team. See, that's the kind of inspiration you guys are. Okay, that's a lot of 1. Thank you so much for that.
That's me also writing 1.
Yeah, I
love the features.
Thank you so much, guys.
Okay, the ones are coming, which is fantastic. Thank you so much, team. And thank you so much, Trivita team, and thank you so much, fam. So Ilya has 2 words. So both the words are rejected, Ilya. Self words are not allowed. I'm just kidding.
Sorry?
No, you were just like. So Peter, as is the agency 10 user is in tier 5. Yes, that's right, Peter. So we have like a good bunch of questions. So would you like to address a few questions before we jump into the demo, or how do you want to do it?
Yeah, do you want to pick them or should I just go through them?
Okay, we can have a quick, what we can do is like, we still have about like 20, 25 minutes in. So how about like we have like a quick demo of like 10, just 10 minutes around the product, because the product is much easier to understand anyway. So let's have a quick demo and then we can jump in on all the questions.
Yes, let's do that. Right, so I will start from a point where I already have an account which is created with the premium features. So I guess the sign up flow is quite easy. Now, in the system, we've got several tabs, which are basically the most important things we discussed. We have the meetings tab. Since this is a meeting scheduling software, this is a very important tab. Here you can see all the meetings, and you've got all the upcoming meetings with some info about them, the capacity that and how much of it is filled. And you can join a meeting directly from here. If I click join, this would take me to the meeting itself, right? So far so good. You have all the past meetings and you have all the canceled meetings. Apart from this, you can customize your meeting room. It's a bit hidden. It's a bit hidden over here, but it's because you only enter it once, right? So you can change your logo. Right now, I've picked the 3-bit logo. I haven't changed it, right? But you can just change it with any photo that you want. So many variations, Masha, of this logo. You can change the background of the call. And yeah, anyone who joins a meeting of yours, they would see this background. So this is the branding of the meeting room. I go back and I can meet now, create an instant meeting. So it's on the link your subdomain/quick meet. This is a very quick meeting link, very similar to the Zoom personal room, right? This meeting is always on. If you share it with someone, they will know your personal meeting room. But once you join, I can join here. This in the meeting, by the way, my background, my logo here, or your logo once you change it. And I'm in the meeting room. Now, I won't turn on my camera because I'm using it on Zoom right now. So it's, yeah, the device is not gonna work, but you can change all the devices. You can choose the camera, and actually I have someone waiting in my meeting room. So I'm just gonna allow this person, which is Masha. Hi, Masha. You can share the screen, quite normal. You've seen all of these things. You have the chat. Hi. You can create polls, so you can easily create a poll. How do you like the webinar, Masha? And I can send it to her for her to reply to the poll. I can also manage the video quality, and there are a bunch of other stuff that you can do. I can select backgrounds. I can share a YouTube video. By the way, this is very interesting. So let's see. This is Ricky. This is the original Rick and Morty, but you can share a video directly in the call. This was very sought after as well, and so on. I'm gonna exit the meeting right now.
Ilya, two quick questions regarding the previous screen
yes, please.
you're sharing. So can we see the video functioning, please? Because I really want to compare that with Zoom, number one. While you're gonna do that, there's a follow-up question. Can you annotate on a shared screen? It's two questions. One, video functioning.
Yeah. Okay.
And two, annotations.
Okay. I'll just have to stop my video on Zoom so that I can pick my camera from here.
It's possible that Zoom still uses it as a device though.
Right. Okay. So that's me. Hi guys. Yeah. I just want to mention it's I'm screen sharing from Zoom, so the screen share may remove some of the quality. So that's this is Masha in the call, and yeah, let me just select a background. I can probably blur. I can pick the same background that I'm using. Yeah, here is the video quality and the Zoom compared to Zoom. I don't know what you see, guys. Best thing for you is to try it and to actually see how it works. So far we've got full HD video quality and 60 FPS frame rate. So most of the time you should be using 30 FPS for these calls. But yeah.
And is it also possible to have annotations on the screen that you're sharing on video?
No, so at this point we don't have annotations that you can share on that you can put on the screen. That's quite unfortunate. Sorry. Maybe Iskran can comment on this.
I was going to say that, so if I understand your question correctly, by annotations, like it could be any written text. So what I would do is just share screen with any other software, like a Miro, PowerPoint, anything that I can write, and then use this as the collaboration writing tool.
Right. By the way, guys, something which is very interesting that our users have told us. Oh, this is so strange. May I just? Okay, just a sec. Okay, like this, because I'm looking at the second screen. So what our users are telling us is that when they use their tablets or their phones, what they like to do in private lessons is that they screen share their screen from mobile, which is also possible with Tivita, and then they write notes or they draw on the phone, maybe in the note apps and so on. And this is how they teach math and all these things where you need to write. And so this is supported, and one of the best ways I've heard about teaching. And then you can just save this as a PDF and send it to people. So this is an actual use case of how people are using it. Okay, let me continue with the demo, because I don't think we have too much time and we have so many things to show you.
Right.
Right. So this is regarding the meeting. To create a new ad hoc meeting, I can create. I click create. So either here or up here, you can create a scheduled meeting, and it can go something like this: test meeting webinar, and I can add some extra info about the webinar. I choose the duration of the meeting, let's say 1 hour 45 minutes, and then I can pick a date and time from this calendar picker. Let's say next Monday, I can pick whatever time, every 15-minute slots. I pick one. Meeting is paid by. It could be a free meeting, or as I told you, one person pays for the meeting, each participant pays for the meeting. Now, I'm going to create a free meeting, and I click create a link. Then the link is already available on my own subdomain, and I can see it in the meetings tab. Very, very quickly, just to show you how it would look like if I have a paid meeting instead. Let's say today, one person pays, and I can set a price of 30, and then I can pick the currency I want to. Currently, we are supporting quite a few currencies. Let's say, what do I want to pick? USD. Okay. And now the meeting is going to be paid in US dollars. I can see all these meetings directly in my meetings tab. Now, I also have customers. So everyone who has ever joined a meeting of mine will be seen here. If I click edit, I can edit this person. So that's a test account of Iskren actually. And I can add some notes about him. This is Iskren testing and so on. We intend to make this more sophisticated as the feedback starts coming in. We're just waiting for people to tell us what they want to see. Payments, this is with through Stripe. So once you connect your Stripe account, there is nothing more to do. Very soon we will also create the payment requests. So you can also already see it here. We've implemented it somewhere in the UX UI, and they will start showing here. My page. My page is the booking page I mentioned. So this is my booking page. If you want to, by the way, if you want a demo, if you want to ask me something, just book a call with me here. So it's ilia.trivita.com/booking. And the booking flow right now works like this. If you want to book this meeting, you just click book, and you're going to see the same calendar picker that from before, and you can choose, let's say 11 a.m. Continue. If you have an account, you can log in. Otherwise, you need to sign up. So I'll just sign up with one of my very many accounts and proceed to booking. And now this booking is confirmed. So how does this look like? I will now open my Gmail and see and show you the email that I receive for each meeting like this. So as a person who is providing the services, I would receive this email with, "Hi there, you have a new booking for Let's Talk." Who is the customer? Myself again. Let's Talk, and there is a meeting link. I can add it to my Google Calendar, to iCal, or if I have already connected, if you have already connected your preferred calendar to Trivita, this meeting should already show up there. This is what the provider sees. Now, what the customer receives is, "You have successfully booked." It's a very similar email. The experience is absolutely the same for customers and service providers, and they all have the meetings, the email confirmations for what they do. Okay, let me go back to my meetings tab, and it's already here, right? This is the meeting I just booked. It's for October 13th, 11 a.m. And I can quickly join here. How about my calendar? Well, if I go to calendar, then I would see all of these meetings here. And this everything in green is my personal calendar, which is outside of Trivita. Everything in blue are stuff which are inside the system. We're gonna play around with the colors quite soon, but you can see them. Okay. And for next week, yeah. Okay. You can also set your availability from here. This is the most awful screen of the whole system. We're working on making it prettier, but basically the gray ones are unavailable and the white ones are available. If I want to change my availability somewhere, I can just remove it, make it gray, or I can drag several hours, and this will make me unavailable in these hours every week on every Wednesday. Now, the availability I've chosen is Monday afternoon, and then sometimes on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Once I'm done, I can save the new rows, and the rows are saved. You can also see the time zone over here. Finally, connected calendars. You can connect your calendars here. Right now, you can only connect one calendar. And as I told you, Iskar's favorite task is to make possible to connect more calendars. So that would be coming up this year as well. This is the calendar functionality. Finally, my page, my bookable services. Let's see how we can edit them. If I click manage services, I can see the two services everybody sees. I expand it and I can change the name. I can edit the description or so on. I can also, at any point, I can make it inactive and then I'm just left with one, or I can add a completely new service, which is going to be like webinar testing service, let's say, and this, I'm just showcasing this feature. I can pick a photo from thousands of photos from Unsplash. We have a partnership with them, and I can choose any photo here. Let's write webinar just to see what's gonna be up. Let's see this. It's a good photo to choose, and I can make it paid just for the sake of it. I also choose how long the thing is, and I save it. Now, once somebody goes to my booking page, they'll already see that I've removed my first service, and I have the webinar testing service I just showcased. It is paid, so if somebody wants to book it, they will have to pay for it. Do you want me to show you how this works? Yeah, I guess. Okay, I'm again the customer. I click book. So this is a bookable service, and it asks me to pay. Oop, this was not a good screen to show on the recording. Yeah, anyways, you can add your card number and you can pay directly. Then you would also receive confirmational emails. Okay, I'm gonna turn off this one, turn on the last one, and I'm back to basics with however my booking page was looking like. Apart from this, you can also have a website. I want to quickly show you how the website looks like. So this is my website that I created. I have some about me. I have my services and a contact form. Anybody can create a website with Trivita very, very easily. I'm just going to show you how I can manage it. For instance, I can change the theme. I can change. Yeah, I can, let's say I choose Valencia, and I can pick the color theme as well. Let's say I want some light colors. I can change the fonts, maybe some cursive, just for the sake. No, I don't like it. Open sounds something classic. Okay, then I go services, content, and branding. I can change the logo. I can change the title, subtitle, image. I have the about. I'm just going to change this photo to, let's say, inspiration. Is there anything like that? Let's go with this. Yeah, so I can do something like that. And I can also choose whether to show my services or not, right? So right now, you can see my services here. I can turn them off, and there are no services. It's just a tiny one pager for me. Any questions so far? Sam, sorry.
There are so many questions.
Okay, I'm done in a second. Okay. So at the end, I can either publish or I can preview. I can preview the website and see what I've been doing. However, I really didn't like these changes, so I'm going to discard all of them, and I'm back to normal. At any point, you can turn off the website. It will no longer be there. And yeah, to turn it on again, I just click publish, and the website is available once again. So to sum up, we've got the meetings tab. This is the main tab. We have the customers tab. We have the payments tab. You go to Stripe, and that's a whole different demo. My page, where you manage your bookable services, and website. Calendar, where you have your calendar view, and availability connect calendars. So I think that's it. I'll stop screen sharing now, if that's all right.
Yeah, it's totally fine. So we can have you back on screen. And by the way, there's like so many Ilya that I can see. I mean, when the webinar started, it was just one. Now it's 3.
Oh, these are other people from our team that I shared the link with.
Okay. Gotcha. So I will probably go the questions from the most recent ones. If there is like unavailability on a Google Calendar, will that automatically reflect on my Trivita calendar as well when someone's trying to book?
Absolutely, yes. So if somebody is trying to book you, your Google Calendar slots which are unavailable, we'll block them from booking this time. They'll just not see it in the calendar picker as an available spot.
Right, got you. So that's a yes. And does that, so it works basically two-way with the Google Calendar, right? So basically you can import from whatever that you have on your Google Calendar, from your Google Calendar, and you can also, whatever anyone who is booking calls with you, it will reflect automatically on your Google Calendar as well. So it works both ways.
Exactly, yes, it's a two-way calendar sync.
Perfect, so yes, it's two-way calendar sync. Yeah, and Taif has another question. Is it possible to white label the email? So the email confirmation that goes out, right, when someone books a call with you or makes a payment, and the customer is going to receive the information. So is it possible to white label the email?
So
we've discussed this before separately. That's not covered by lifetime deal. We do offer a much more involved enterprise deal. As part of this enterprise deal, we can like white label the emails, but for now, in a regular agency plan or premium account, we don't.
Right. So it works pretty much like Calendly, right? So
exactly.
In essence, yeah.
Yeah. So my question is like when someone is replying to the Calendly booking, they will be receiving emails in their inbox as well. Can the same be achieved with Trivita?
It is already like this. It is when you reply to the email, they will receive the reply to the account, to the email with which you register the Trivita account. This is already like this.
Perfect. So basically, just to reiterate that, so what Ilya was mentioning is when someone makes a booking with you, they're going to be receiving the email that says Trivita in it. But then when they're going to reply to the email, you should be receiving in your inbox whichever is attached with the Trivita account. Is that right?
Yes.
Perfect.
That is right.
Yeah. Excellent. And just going to go down. So, okay. Is Chroma key supported?
Sorry?
I have no idea what Chroma key is.
I think Chroma key is the interposition of like a green screen type of thing, and then you can add stuff behind. I think that's what they mean.
Yeah.
So as you can see right now, I have the virtual background. So that's a sort of Chroma key. You can also share. Your screen and then present on top of it. So it's not like a fixed background. You can have your face on top of a shared screen. So say for presentations, that's great. Yeah, they're separately because you can record, you can process it in any way you want to add anything else. So yeah.
Yeah, and just to reiterate that, so speaking of Chroma key, so Trivita does not require you to have any sort of like background image when you don't have to get like any green screen or something. It just works out of box. I have tried that multiple times. It works perfectly. In fact, I also asked Didi if we can have this webinar on Trivita. The only chance we had, like I said earlier, like the number of attendees is going to be over 100. And also Trivita did not have the recording at the time when we sent out this email. So those are the only two reasons why we are not having this on Trivita. Maybe for the next webinar, if you don't have like over 100 registrants, so we'll do it on Trivita.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah, we will do another webinar at least to show you guys in live preview of how Trivita works, having especially for the virtual backgrounds where I have like no green screen at all.
Right. So, Sam, just I saw a new question, which is about the recordings.
Yes.
And I just wanna mention about it.
Yes, please.
Yeah. So we didn't used to have unlimited recordings, but over the weekend, Iskram built this from scratch, and now we have them very quickly to see. So this is on our staging environment. It's my niece photo. So you just have the start local recording, then you choose the screen which you want to record, or just the Chrome tab which you want to record. Let's say here, share the system audio, so you make sure that the audio is there, and this will start the local recording in your browser. Now, whenever you want, you just stop the local recording, and it's downloading the whole thing. It opened it on my second screen, but basically, yeah, that's recording 5.
Nice.
and you can see it. Right.
That's amazing.
Sorry. Yes. So yeah, so we already have recordings. By the end of the week, they're going to be available for everyone to have local recordings. Cloud recordings still not available because they're paid, guys. Sorry, but use the free ones, the local ones.
Exactly. So Lou says it would be nice to have unlimited local recording. Yes, it is unlimited local recording. So there you go, and that's an official confirmation. It should be there in your account by end of this week. So
yeah,
one
note, however, on the topic. So it would only be available for Google Chrome, simply because Safari just doesn't support it yet. However, it's a technology that has been already released and documented, and the browser are playing catch up. So for now, Safari doesn't support it. In a couple of months, Safari may support it as well. So for now, just Google Chrome. Soon,
everything on Chromium. Everything on Chromium, right? So Edge as well.
Edge as well, yeah. So essentially Chrome and Edge. So that's one note, and the other one is that for whoever wants to still use cloud recordings and pay for them, we are absolutely okay to enable your account. The payment is not much. It's like between 1 and 2 cents per minute. If you prefer this, it's still an option for anybody who wants. But if you want unlimited free local, use Google Chrome. It's going to be out in a week, in less than a week, a couple of days.
Super. So one thing I have always felt like very astonished about the 3Vita team is like they are like super fast in responding to the users' requests. So because that's like the fastest updates that I have ever seen, at least in 2021 so far. Those are like very, very quick updates, like instantly, especially even the bigger ones. For example, recording is like a bigger request, or guest login is like a bigger request. And then you guys have rolled it out super fast. So big cheers to you and your team for that. I mean, the whole 3Vita team for that.
Thank you. Thank you for pushing us to do it, Sam. If you didn't say it like 100 times, we wouldn't do it. But Sam was looking after the community. He was like, they want the recordings, give them the recordings.
I'll try pushing you more. Now back to more questions. So will webhooks be added? Do you plan to have like API and webhooks access to everyone who is buying the deal? Or is it just for the 5 codes?
Everyone buying the deal has access to a Zapier integration. So there are some pre-selected webhooks there. So most important cases are covered. We're considering an integration with other software like Public Connect because that was quite requested. I don't see us doing webhooks, native webhooks, right? So, right, I believe we're just gonna work with this software.
Got you. Okay. And there's another question. So Edel, so you said like I can have like 100 people who are going to be joining on the call with me, and all 100 of them can have access to cam and mic. Is it right?
Right.
And is it possible for me, the host, to disable any of the guest camera and mic permanently and enable it back whenever I want? So basically, I have the master control. Is it possible to do that?
You can disable, but you cannot enable. This I don't think this supports anywhere because that's just creepy to be able to enable someone else's input devices.
Right, especially when it comes to the complaints. Yeah.
You can disable, mute, and you have quick buttons to mute everybody.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's fantastic.
Only the host, obviously.
Yes. And is it possible to have multiple hosts for the same call? Say when I have a team member access, I just want to rope in a team member as well. So basically, I can have more than one host.
So right now, there is always exactly one host per meeting. However, introducing the agency plan, probably we would allow more than one.
Gotcha. Yeah, that'll be, I mean, so with high codes, when you have like more than 10 users or more, with the team plan, you can have more than one host. Is that right?
Yeah, we plan.
Right.
Yeah, probably.
Gotcha. Okay. And AJ has a question. Well, the full white label with CNAME, is it part of the 5 codes?
Yeah. So the thing is, we still don't have the CNAME first, as we went through it earlier. So first we're going to have the iframe, then we're going to have the widget, then we're going to have the WordPress plugin, and only afterwards we're going to start working on the full CNAME. However, with the iframe and the widgets, you can do it on your own subdomain, right? The whole thing.
So have in mind that in a sense, it's even better, right? So I know it's kind of a buzzword. People ask for the CNAME so much, and it's something that people just kind of expect and require. But have in mind that iframing it is actually better in the following sense. If you use CNAME, you can only use either a domain or a subdomain. You cannot put it somewhere in a subdirectory. So what I mean is, if say you have the website saasmantra.com and you want to iframe your booking page on saasmantra.com/bookings, with CNAME you cannot, because it's a subdirectory, not a subdomain or a domain. With a CNAME, you can only put it on, let's say, bookings.saasmantra.com. Whereas with the iframe, you can do either one. You can put it on a subdomain, you can put it on a main domain, you can also put it in a subdirectory, which actually is the usual use case for many people, right? So you have some website and you want to have your website /bookings or /info for the personal information one pager. So in that sense, we believe that once we have the iframe, which is very, very, very soon, really, in a matter of literally days, it will be available. We'll probably also post guides on how to get it set up for people. This would cover essentially all use cases for people to set up for themselves.
Got you. Got you. I hope that helps you, AJ, with the detailed answer. And I'm just moving on with other questions. I'm just going to go from the questions we have had from the very beginning. So Derek has a question. Is it possible to remove the free meeting comments? I bill clients after meetings, often monthly, so free would be misleading, and I don't want to charge at the time.
How would you call it? How would you call it, Derek? Like, how would you call such a meeting? Yeah.
It's a good question.
Yeah. Well, we're open to like having a different name. Just...
If you want, drop us a message on our contact form or work emails afterwards. We're open. We could make it happen technologically. There's no reason not to have it. If you'd prefer, we could call it something like, paid separately or something, as you prefer. Just drop us a message, describe how you imagine it, and we'll look into it.
Perfect. So Derek, don't miss to text the team to have an update on that. And Venkatesh, so would it be possible to take credit card and details and then bill based on the meter? For example, if I charge $10 per minute, and if someone takes 11 minutes, at the end of the call, I should charge them $110. Masha was just answering the question, by the way.
Well, I shouldn't be saying this, but there are great software which are doing this. And one of them is the paid video call, I believe, the one we were making the comparison with. We were thinking about this a lot, and most of the consultants and tutors and so on, they charge by the session. So we decided to go in this direction, right? One payment for a session instead of pay-per-use.
Have in mind, however, that at some point soon we are working on this feature, which is to send payment links, essentially pure payment links, which is not attached to a meeting, but it's just, hi, dear client, this is kind of an invoice essentially for, let's say, $100. And so this way you could hold the meeting and then send a payment link for whatever amount of money accrued through the meeting length.
Got you. Okay, that could be helpful. I believe like another company, I think they are Superpeer. They also do exactly the same. I'm just not sure because Superpeer is basically free, but then they're going to start charging you. I mean, if you're going to have paid calls, it's free. But then if you're going to have like free calls, they're going to charge you. Like you have to pay some bucks. But then I believe they will take your credit card and then they will meter you accordingly because they take like 10% fee or something like that. But then you guys know better. I believe the name of the product is Superpeer, but I'm not sure.
Right. There is this product, they have a similar feature. So most probably you're right.
And moving on to the next question, any plan to integrate with Fably or Integrately in the near future?
Yeah, we just said that in a bit. I guess you're just joining. So we are currently integrated with Zapier. Probably we're gonna integrate with Fably. I'm already in touch with them, waiting for them to reply. Fably, if you're listening to this webinar, reply to my email.
Right. Gotcha. All right, moving on to the next one. So will 3Vita be able to compete with Vectora? So compete is like huge term. So if you're looking for any specific features that you are using with Vectora and you would like 3Vita to look into that, that will be like more specific. Because when you're trying to look, so let's just say that you're trying to compete with Zoom is like a huge term. But what features of Zoom is like something entirely different. And especially Zoom recently brought in like hybrid events, and they have like Zoom webinar, Zoom cloud storage. So you have like multiple elements of Zoom. So competing with any of the products is a huge term. So please ask like if you could rephrase the question with something more specific, that'll be fantastic. I'm just gonna move on to the next one. So will you add a feature to prompt a Stripe or PayPal payment request that pops up on the screen and have them pay on the spot during the call? You can add it in the poll section if you want to.
So that's essentially the payment link that I described just now. So we are working on it. We already have the UX to UI designs, etc. So it's it's midway through the pipeline. Right?
Okay, so that's like you're saying that that's in the pipeline.
Yes, we have begun actual work. It's not just talking about it. There's actual work being done on it.
Nice, fantastic. Moving on to the next question. So does 3Vita automatically convert time for each attendee according to their location and time zone?
Yes, absolutely. So right now, each user of 3Vita sees the whole system and all information about each meeting in their own respective time zone. So right now, every email with an invitation, the actual email calendar, so be it Outlook, Exchange, Google Calendar, Apple Calendar, we send the ICS attachment. So the calendar itself treats it using your own localized time zone. Separately, when looking at the system, you see it in your local computer's time zone. We are also planning to soon release an update where on top of this, you'll be able to select and fix a time zone to be used, which is useful for people who travel a lot. So for example, I travel a lot between 3 separate time zones, which makes my scheduling a bit complex. And they're all shifted by 1 hour. So it's not even obvious when there's like an inconsistency. So I would like to have this as well. We are working on it. And the point is that once we have it out, you can either rely on the default time zone of your browser or say, no, I'm in this time zone, and then everything will be in that fixed time zone for you. And obviously for your clients, it's going to be in whatever they've selected.
Got you. Wonderful. So another question just came, is it possible to add third-party tracking? So are you referring to something like Facebook Pixel or something, Dennis? I believe that is the one you're referring to.
Who should answer? Isa?
Okay, I mean, sure. Yeah, well, once again, we are actually working on it. It's our advanced website builder feature. Okay, we don't have too much time and I don't want to bore you, but we already have the full design for it created. Essentially, it will be, it's related to a task on the roadmap that Ilya mentioned earlier, which is the customizable footer. So right now on your website in the footer, you can't customize the links to your social media, but you will be able to. And as part of the same upgrade of the website builder, you will also be able to apply tracking codes for the common things like Google and Facebook Pixel.
Gotcha. Nice. And Kiran wants to know, is it possible to link Google Drive for recording to share external? Yes, sorry, go ahead.
No worries. So, okay, right now, as we said, there's 2 options for recording. Okay, in a couple of days, there will be 2 options for recording. One is the local recording, which just saves it to your computer. So it's not connected to any cloud and it's unlimited and free. The other option is the server recording, which provides better quality, saves it directly to a cloud, but is paid per minute. That option currently works in one of 2 ways. Either you receive a link in your email that you have 24 hours to download, and then you can just upload it to your drive. Or a direct integration exists, not with Google Drive, but with Dropbox. So you can link your Dropbox account, and then all recordings end up directly in your Dropbox account.
Okay.
But again, that's the paid metered option, about between 1 cent or 2 cents per minute.
Gotcha. All right.
Use the local recordings, guys.
Local recordings is easier.
It can work so hard to get it to you.
Exactly. So Dennis also wants to know, is it possible to redirect after someone has finished a booking? Is it like, can I redirect them to like a thank you page or to another page, to any external page?
That's an interesting question. So right now, it is not available. Right now, when they book, they do end up on a thank you page, which is part of the system, right? So essentially, they end up on a page which says, booking confirmed. These are the details of the booking. We're right now adding buttons straight on this page to add it to their own calendars, the customer calendars,
right?
Or like download invitation, etc. I guess what we could think about is allowing you to customize the thank you page in some way. I don't know if sending them to your page would be available, simply because we would like to show them the confirmation for the booking. And if we redirect them to your page, we don't know what you would show them there. So probably they would stay on our confirmation page, but we may allow some modifications to it visually. But so, okay, realistically, why thank you pages are so common? For the tracking, so that in your tracking, you know who has successfully purchased. And once we add the option to add your tracking codes, the confirmation page will serve exactly this purpose.
Excellent. And we have more suggestions and questions as well. So can calendar colors match with the site color?
So this exact request was made by Sam himself in our previous meeting. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Like I've added it to my backlog. It is absolutely possible and not too much effort. So I'll just try to make it happen as soon as possible.
Excellent. And there's more questions. So can we have reminders go to the team so I can have staff call potential clients personally to remind them about the meeting and get them excited about it? So basically, he wants to set up the reminders in a way where everyone in the team receives an email about the reminders and not just the person.
So to be honest, like the best way to do this is with email forwarders directly in your email. So it's very, very specific for this use case. We can help you set it up, but you don't really need a feature for this. Like it's quite simple to set up. 5-10 minutes tops. We can do it with you if you wish.
It's amazing. Okay. I mean, if we can have like just kind of like a flip switch, because not everyone is going to be needing this feature. So having a flip switch kind of thing would be like fantastic, because for me personally, I can just see like everyone in my team and how many calls they have, so on and on. That's good enough for me. I don't want like email reminders and stuff. But then for some people from based on the niche, so they need like it's very, very important for them to receive email reminders for everyone in the team. So let's just say I have like 5 staff and each one of them has booked a call. It's going to be like kind of like a competing, right? Say, let's just say Steve has booked 7 calls with prospects today, whereas Mary has booked like 11 calls. That's fantastic. That's going to motivate Steve to book more calls next day. So this feature having like a flip switch would be fantastic.
Right, as a part of the team account. By the way, guys, so everyone who's on this call and wants to see something on the team/agency plan, drop us a line, tell us what you want to see, and we're going to make it happen, because we're now working on it. And this is a great feature request for the team account, right? Doesn't make sense if you just have one account, but it is a great one if you have like several people on the team. So just let us know about this and we're going to work on them.
Got you. Wonderful. And an agency plan that will allow me to add sub-accounts for doctors, my target clients. So I believe this question is more like, if I have like more team members inside my account, let's just say that Steve, I have Sam has a master account. I'm going to have like Steve, Mary, June, April, all of them inside my account. And each one of them is going to be kind of like a sub account, but then they must not be able to see each other's calendar booking and stuff. Is it possible to achieve that with the team plan?
So different team members don't see each other's calendars, right?
Right.
But the admin sees.
Admin must be able to, yes.
This is how we're thinking about it right now.
Perfect. Yeah, so the answer is yes. Right, I'm just going to see if we have missed out on any questions. I mean, I know like we are running much behind the time. We scheduled for 60 minutes. We are almost at 90 minutes, and the engagement is insane. So, I mean, it's kind of like a good thing to have. So I'm not complaining. So I'm just going to see if I have missed out on any questions. Right, it would be attractive for team and agency. So before the webinar started, Ilya, I had this question. Is it possible to manage like multiple teams within a single Trivita account?
Yes. So currently, we imagine it in a very specific way. We've discussed it with some before. So if you have more than one agency account, let's say, so you have, let's say, 2 or 3 different teams, and we already show. I can, maybe it's best if I share my screen. Right. So over here you see the admin settings. You would see this organization and everything. Let's say this is your organization.com, and what we imagine is that over here there will be a simple switch, which will be where you click it, and then you can access your other company, right? So with the same login, you'll be able to see this organization. You flip the switch here, and then you see your other organization. So you don't have to switch accounts or anything. Now, you wouldn't see all organizations at the same place and all calendars at the same place, because it's gonna just become a bit messed up. You know, it becomes harder to organize and manage. But you'll be able to just flip a switch and manage multiple accounts from there. Does that answer the question? Yeah.
Yep. That answers the question to me, at least. So, if you have like, I would like to know like more details about that particular question, or if there is like any other question that you think that we missed out to address today, so please let us know. But if not, you're going to have to save the rest of the questions, or we are also going to show you a preview of how to have a webinar up to like 100 attendees using Trivita in the next webinar. That's exactly what we're planning for. So which means we are going to be stopping the registration after 100 people. So after 100, no one could join. But if any of you who are still online and watching this webinar, please make sure to have your cam and mic ready, because with the next webinar, when we are doing that with Trivita, we are going to have to invite you, so you can also see like how many of you can join with your cam and mic on live with us. So we can do that in the next webinar. So,
great.
Yeah, I just need to, okay, that would be cool. I need to evaluate Trivita's latency when compared with Zoom. Yeah, you're most welcome. Taif, we are definitely going to do that in the next webinar. So, and Dennis, so do we get access to API or send info via API?
Again, Zapier Integrations, we have this, you can access and send info, but only several things over there. Just can somebody drop a line? Maybe I'll do it. I'm sending you, Dennis, I'm sending you in the chat what you can do with Trivita with Zapier.
Excellent.
I mean, you said just a couple of things, but essentially it's anything you would, you know, it's on new meeting, on paid meeting, on payment successful, on reschedule, on cancel, like it's essentially on any event that you would use in any other way. On new customer that you've never seen before, it's on any event you have webhooks that you can attach. So it's essentially a fully fledged API.
Yeah. All right, and just have like 2 more questions. So fam, we will take those 2 questions and then we are going to wind up this webinar because we don't want anyone who's watching the replay, they're going to have like more than 90 minutes to watch. That's going to be like very tiring for them. But then we will have another webinar with hosted on Trivita for you. So 2 quick questions. What if I need more than 10 users in my account? Is there a way that I can stack more?
Well, that's a question for you, Sam.
Yeah, we haven't had the request before. So maybe what I can do is like I'll take this to the backstage. I will discuss with Trivita team and I'll get back to you on that. We'll definitely post an update via emails, via Facebook group, and on the deal page as well. So would I be able to add JavaScript for about automations? For example, with vBot, if I want to have any sort of automations. Okay, that is interesting. So is there a way that I can add JavaScript code somewhere?
Sorry, Jim, quite follow the question.
Yeah, okay, I'll take it. So currently, what we want to do is we don't really want to allow anyone to be able to write custom JavaScript on our pages because you can do just about anything with JavaScript. However, we really want to know what you want to see and we're going to build it, right? So this is how we want to operate. Tell us what is the use case? Why do you need the JavaScript? And we're just going to build it in the product.
Right. All right. And there's like 1 question from Eric. So Esran or Masha, you want to take it? What is the video technology are you using? Can we change it with Twilio groups?
Yeah, I just wrote in the chat for this question. So no, we don't choose Twilio. It is not Twilio. We are partnered with 8x8. And it's built on just WebRTC. So that's the main powerhouse behind it. The fact that every modern browser, so Chrome, Safari, Mozilla, all of those browsers have built-in WebRTC capabilities. So we hook into them.
Perfect. Yeah. So I don't see. What do you need to track? Okay, that's a question from Ilya. Okay. So
yeah.
Are you coming up with a new tier for the agency, or is it like tier 5 already? So the agency, like if you have like tier 5, you can reach out to Trivita team and they will help you with setting up in your team account. It's a manual process at this moment until the automation is getting, until the self-serve model is getting ready. And then you can just reach out to them with your 5 codes and they will help you set up all 10 users under your team account. But then regarding your other question, do we get like more than 10 users? We have to discuss that and I'll update you.
Yeah.
If a customer requests a tax invoice instead of a Stripe receipt, how do we achieve this? I believe what you can do is like you can, Stripe has like a wonderful API. You can basically get an invoice tool and integrate Stripe with them so that you can input all the details within the tool and you can start sending invoice. That will be much easier. I have to leave. Yes, we have to leave as well. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm just saying bye to Pierluigi. I just want to say about the invoices. So you can always like create the invoice outside of the system and send it if you don't want to use the native invoicing system. Not a problem.
Yeah, perfect. So you said that you can build an invoicing system?
Stripe has a native invoicing system, which we are fully integrated with. If they use Stripe for payments, or once we do the PayPal, same thing goes there, right? If the payment goes to PayPal, it's automated. So,
got you. Perfect. Yeah, so that should help you sort that out. Right, and I don't see any new questions coming in. Awesome, great job of listening to the community to update the tool. Yeah, full kudos to the Trivita team for being so wonderful and being so awesome. So thank you guys. Thank you, Ilya, Masha, and Isran, and your whole team for putting together a wonderful product. And thanks for making time today to give us like super detailed background of the team and about the product as well. And patiently taking all the questions and grabbing all the inputs wherever that you can get it from. Wonderful team. So, and thank you, fam, so much for keeping this webinar like highly engaged, like one of the most engaged webinars I have had hosted this year. So thank you so much for that. So feel free to post your questions on the Facebook group, on the deal page, or to support emails, or to the 3Vita team as well. Feel free to bring those questions, those recommendations, because that's exactly what powered the team to build these features in so much like short span of time. So feel free to do that continuously.
Yeah. Thanks so much, everyone.
Thank you,
Sam, for everything. And
Thanks, everyone.
Yeah, go get the deal, guys. The deal is expiring.
We'll see you on Triveta.
Exactly. So see you on Triveta for the next webinar, and the early bird is ending soon. Cheers. Have a wonderful day ahead. Bye.
Bye.